Welcome. Currently, it's Tuesday, the 10th of January, around 11:17 a.m., and it's time to get through a technical analysis of Bitcoin, S&P 500, dollar currency index, euro against the US dollar, and gold. So let's talk about what I said in the last video doing a similar market analysis, and then talk about where things are likely going to be headed next, in my opinion. So Bitcoin, in the last video, I was talking about this consolidating sideways within the context of an overall downtrend, expecting a continuation of this overall downtrend, as I've been talking about for quite some time, looking for pullbacks to get in at a discount for a short position, expecting continuation of this downtrend. So let's zoom in here and take a look at what things are doing. Well, we have a large push down, and now price is essentially going sideways within the context of an overall downtrend under the 200 EMA, and we have a full reset on stochastic RSI. So those are the facts right now, and nothing has changed really. This is still in an overall downtrend, and people can start calling the bottom or saying that the bottom may be in, but right now it's still in a downtrend, and the market hasn't presented the information to tell us that the trend is going to shift. I will talk about some other pairs that I did shift my trend direction bias on, such as gold and euro against the US dollar and dollar currency index. But this one just hasn't given us the ingredients yet to actually start looking for long entries. So it's still in an overall downtrend. And what I need to see before shifting my trend bias is this coming over the 200 EMA and consolidating. And I'll show you what I mean on gold, euro, and also dollar currency index, how I did shift my trend bias on those ones and we got follow through moves. So this one will need to break structure to the upside. So price coming over, taking out this high, coming over the 200 EMA, and then consolidating, that will switch my trend bias. But till then, still looking at this as an overall downtrend and expecting a continuation move to the downside to take out the lows here. We already have the full reset on stochastic RSI. It's consolidating sideways, so I'm still looking for this to head to the downside and take out the lows over here that are around 15,500 or so. So still looking for that follow through move, and my analysis has not changed at all in the last month or so. So we'll continue to move along the pairs. Now S&P 500, what I talked about in the last video was also a pullback, then continuation to the downside. And I compared it to this move right here, where we saw this briefly come over the 200 EMA, just like it did over here, then shoot straight back under like it did right here, then looking for this pullback here, which we have now, and then looking for a continuation move to the downside after that. And that's still my analysis. Now that we have that pullback in place, this is likely going to be headed to the downside because we do have a hidden bearish divergence. As you can see, we have lower high on price, higher high on stochastic RSI, almost into the overbought territory here. Price sitting under the 200 EMA in an overall downtrend. So the first thing that I expect to happen will be a move to continue this shorter term downtrend and take out the lows right here. Then eventually taking out the lows down here to continue the larger downtrend. So that is going to be my analysis still for the S&P 500, looking for this to head to the downside, take out the lows here first, and then eventually taking out lows down here. What will change my bias is the same thing that changed my bias on these three other pairs, which I'll talk about in just a second. If this does shoot up over the 200 EMA and then consolidate, then I look for that move to the upside and I'll flip my trend bias. So let's talk about the change in trend bias that I talked about in the last video for dollar currency index, euro against the US dollar, and gold. So this one we saw come under the 200 EMA and the behavior was different. We saw a sideways consolidation, and when we had that sideways consolidation, we got the full reset on stochastic RSI with multiple peaks. And what I said was we need to see this pull back and retest into the rejection zone indicator, test the 200 EMA, give us somewhat of a discounted entry because it's just too extended to the downside and a pullback is too likely to be taking any fresh short entries down in this area. we got that pullback now. So we have the pullback straight into the rejection zone indicator and rejecting right off of the 200 EMA there. So this one played out as anticipated with a full follow through move to the downside, taking out the lows here just recently yesterday. So this one still going to be expecting continuation down, but the problem is there's no fresh entry to be had here. This one's already extended to the downside, so it's more likely to have a bounce somewhat soon, and I just wouldn't be betting on this heading straight down more, but I still believe that we will see more follow through to the downside. There's just no good discounted entry point at this moment. So this one, just avoiding it for further development because there's, the chance that we have a nice bounce out of here, and I just wouldn't be betting on any one side at this moment. So this one played out as anticipated. I still am going to be looking for further downside continuation now that we have the consolidation under the 200 EMA, looking for this to follow through to the downside for a longer term downtrend. Now we'll move on to euro against the US dollar, where this one as well, just like dollar currency index and gold, switched its trend. We saw market structures break to the upside in multiple ways, and then we saw a consolidation over the 200 EMA and a pullback right into the rejection zone indicator with the double peaks down here fully reset on stochastic RSI into the overbought territory, or oversold territory I should say. And in the last video it was trading higher up here, and I was saying that it's too extended. We don't have a discounted entry here. Wait until it pulls back into the rejection zone indicator, then look for a follow through move for a higher low and a higher high. And that's exactly what we got. And at the same time that we got this full reset, we also had a hidden bullish divergence. So we had price making a higher low, but at the same time, stochastic RSI coming and making a lower low. So hidden bullish divergence over the 200 EMA and a pullback into the rejection zone indicator. That was an opportunity to look for that follow through move, and it played out exactly as anticipated in my last market analysis video. So you can go back and watch the last couple market analysis videos talking about these same pairs and how things have panned out since those videos. And so what to do now on euro against the US dollar? Well, I'm still expecting more upside continuation. I'm looking for this to go into a longer term uptrend now that it's over the 200 EMA, and we've gotten already a nice move out of the rejection zone indicator. I could see this heading up a bit more and then going into a larger correction, but I still will be looking for that to head to the upside if the behavior is correct, and I will continue to analyze the price movement as we go forward here. But right now, there's nothing to do. It's already extended. The opportunity has passed to get in at the discounted entry and look for that follow through to take out the high right here, which it's already done. And so right now, we're just going to have to wait for further development before there's any sort of discounted entry into this uptrend. So I will expect further upside continuation, although it's just not giving a good entry price right now, so there's nothing to do. So let's move on to gold. This one was one I was most bullish on in my last market analysis video, and you can go check that video out. Price was trading right here in this range over the 200 EMA, and I was saying that we already have resets on stochastic RSI. We have price trading in a consolidation over the 200 EMA, and so I'm going to be expecting bullish continuation move. And this one gave us a nice bullish continuation move, stronger than the others, and that's exactly what played out. So what to do next? Well, right now it's extended to the upside like some of the other pairs, so there's really nothing to do at this very moment but wait for further development. We may see this head up higher, but next pullback will be another buying opportunity to look for a continuation move to the upside. Now that we've seen this break structure in multiple places to the upside, this is getting into a nice uptrend now. So we're going to be looking for this to continue this uptrend, and getting in at discounts within the context of the trend direction is the best way to trade in my opinion. So I'll be looking for this to give a discounted entry so I can join into the uptrend once again. All right. So that's going to be the market and analysis for this one. Make sure to like the video, comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. Check out my links, affiliate links, Patreon page, stuff like that in the description. And thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.